Alright, hey, this is another programming exercise. This one's going to be over writing a program that takes in a set of numbers and then gives you the median. Um, so you can go try it if you want, and if you get stuck or whatever, you can watch this like always. So we're just going to get started. I include the input-output stream vector to be storing the numbers, and algorithm, which is going to be used for sorting. Because I use that because it's quicker than writing one myself, and it works, so that's always good. And then I use a vector, a function for the the median, actually obtaining the median, which is this. Um, Vector double numbers stores all the numbers. This stores the number that they just inputted. Okay, and then it just outputs this at the very beginning, and enter in a set of numbers, then this will give you the median. Um, and then this right here will keep looping until they press Control Z. This is where they're going to be inputting all the numbers for the set that they want to find the median of. And then, of course, if they don't enter in anything, then the program's just going to end. Okay, the median of this set of numbers is, and then it calls the function median, copying all the values of numbers to the new vector set. Then it sorts them. It puts them in order. You're not going to. It would make no sense to find the median of something when the numbers aren't in order, because it's not going to be the true median. And then instead of like returning just a single variable, having to create an extra variable called whatever median, or any name, I just this essentially is the median, but I don't use a variable for it because I didn't want to. Um, so what this does is it takes the vector size, how many elements are in the vector, and then it sees if they're divisible by 2, which would mean it's an even number. So like if if they entered in 4 numbers, then it would run this. So if this is true, it would run this part, which means it's an even amount, and if it's not true, then it would run this part right here, which means like maybe they entered in 3 numbers, or 5 or 7 or 9. Um, so uh, basically, I'm trying to think how to explain this. I'm going to use paint, I think, to explain this. Okay, so say they enter in 3 numbers. They enter in 1, 5, 3. Okay? Now, these are the numbers that they enter in. And then, first what happens is it gets sorted, right? So it would be 1, 3, 5. It gets sorted. And then, what it does is, since this would be false, because it doesn't divide evenly, because there's not an even number of elements, it would run this one. So it takes how many there are, uh, 3 elements, and divides it by 2, and it only goes into it once. So now it's going to take the first element, whatever that is. It's element 1. It's not the first element. And then that's what it returns. What this means is, since in vectors the first element is always element 0, that means it's not going to return this element, it's going to return this one, which is the median. I mean, that's why I wrote it that way. So if you were to enter in an odd number, this is basically what it would do. It would go and it would divide by 2 by the element size, and that would be the median. Now, let me do another one. If you entered in like 1, 9, 0, and 5, this is going to obviously not run the same thing because it's an even number of elements. So first it's going to put in order 0, 1, 5, 9, and then what is it going to do? Well, it's going to be running this one. So it's going to take the set size divided by 2, which would be 4 divided by 2 is 2, but it's going to take the second element, and since it starts with, coincidentally it's 0, but it starts with the 0 element, it would be 0, 1, 2, so it takes this number, and then it says plus set size divided by 2 minus 1, which is the number before this number, right? So it would be this number, the number before this number, right? Okay, it adds those together and divides by 2. So it adds these together and divides by 2. And that is what it would return. So it'd be 3 as the median. And so it returns that, and then it just outputs the set of numbers that you inputted at the beginning. I don't need to explain that. And then this is the same thing as I did in the other one, where basically it just outputs commas up until the very last iteration, then it outputs a period at the end. It just makes it look nicer. That's pretty much it. Now I'll run it for you. I'll use the examples because, I mean, it doesn't really matter. 1905. So, okay. Enter in a set of numbers. This will give you the median. Okay, 1905. And remember to break the loop. You hold Control, press Z, you hit Enter. The median of this set of numbers is 3, and it outputs them the way you inputted them. So what it's doing is it's sorting them 0, 1, 5, 9. Then it's adding 1 and 5, which equals 6, and dividing them by 2, which is 3. Now, if I entered in 1, 3, 9, 7, 5, okay, an odd number, it's 5. So what it's doing is it's using the other condition. It's putting them in order 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and taking them just the middle one. So hope you enjoyed this. Thank you.